Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kawila, and on this channel we are set, we discover ourselves, we empower ourselves, and we transform our lives. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite things to talk about, which is grief. I don't think I've ever said this before on this channel, but one of the main reasons I opened my channel was because of grief. I didn't have anyone to talk to, not really anyone, but I didn't feel like I had someone who was going to understand me, and I felt like I'm the only one who can understand me. So I opened this channel so I can talk to myself and other people who are going through grief, those who've lost people in their lives that they love. So thank you for joining me on the journey, and I really appreciate your love on my videos, especially the ones on grief. People normally like them, so I'm so happy that at least some of my pain is turning into purpose. And today specifically we are going to be talking about the effect of grief on relationships. Like when you lose someone, the people who are left behind, those relationships, there is a way that they are affected, and that is what I'm going to be talking about. As always, I'm not a professional, and I'm talking from a point of view from my experience. So, how does the loss of a loved one affect relationships? The first way is a positive one. It can make bonds between the people who are left behind stronger. And this is because you are trying to support each other, you are understanding each other, as you are sharing memories, as you are sharing difficulties through the process, that makes you get stronger and understand each other. When you have a similar problem, you have a common enemy, so you become friends through that common enemy. And as much as it brings people together, it can also bring a strain in the relationship, especially when you have the opposite coping mechanism. So maybe for me, I want to sleep all day, I want to be in bed all day or be indoors, but you want to go out and party. Now how are we going to be on the same length? You're going to strain, and also you might start pointing fingers. You're like, why do you want to go out? Aren't you feeling sad? Why can't you stay inside? But then when they deal with their sadness by going out, or do you want to go out and celebrate? Maybe it's a birthday of the person who passed away, and you want to go and celebrate them, but me, I just want to stay in bed. So you might feel like, why don't you want to go and celebrate them? It's like you are happy they are gone. So it can bring those type of strains to relationships. And please comment in the comment section and tell me, after the loss of a loved one, did you bond better with the people who are left behind, or was the relationship strenuous? I know the two can coexist, but there's always one that overpowers the other one. So which one was it for you? Another way that loss of a loved one affects the relationships is that there might be loss of the shared dreams. So maybe in a family setting, or even those chamas people normally have, maybe this person was the glue that was making you stick together, or they were the ones who liked planning things, and the rest of you just went along with the plan. So now when they're not there, there'll be that dream, like not everyone is sharing that dream, and there's not that glue that used to make you stick together. So now you find that years have passed. Maybe you had a plan for your chama to buy land. Now no one has been contributing because this person is not there to remind you every day, or you've stopped meeting because this person is not there to remind you or tell you where you're supposed to go next. So there's that loss. Some of the dreams or things that you wanted to achieve, you might find that you have not achieved them, or you've even forgotten about them because this person is not there to remind you, and no one has taken up that responsibility. The other thing that is affected when someone is deceased or you lose a loved one is roles and responsibilities. So I think I'll do a video separately for this to go in depth. But this person used to have certain roles and responsibilities that were specifically for them. If it's a party that is being planned, this is the head of planning, this is our chairman. Or if it's cooking, this is the person who cooks, especially in a family setting. Maybe you are many siblings, so you're like 7 siblings, so everybody has a day for cooking and doing dishes, doing laundry. So and then one of you is lost. Now you'll be left confused because this specific role that was for this person. So ideally, in an ideal situation, you think that the roles that this person used to carry will be divided because this person is not there and no one can replace them. Like, I feel like that is something people never think about, that this person is not coming back and you can't replace this person. So the ideally for me, it's the roles that this person used to take will be shared. Like, we'll share the roles. You, if she used to cook on Monday, you cook on Monday. If she did laundry on Wednesday, you do laundry on Wednesday. But no, well, me, that is what something that came to shock me, especially like after my sister, because now there was a child and now she's like my niece. So you find people are coming to comfort us, and these people, like, someone is really looking at me and telling me, now you are a mother. Oh my god, I am so sorry for laughing. But like, someone is comforting me and is telling me now I'm a mother. Do you know, like, I think it took like 2 months for me to stop, like, to stop trying to push myself to be like a mother. But why are you telling me I'm a mom? That is the most unfair thing you can do to someone. Or these people, when you lose your parent, you pick one sibling. Instead of sharing responsibilities, you pick one sibling and you're like, now you are our mom or now you are our dad. That, like, please, roles are to be shared, but sadly that is what happens. So you might find yourself having a lot more responsibility than you are used to. And like, if you feel like something is being too much for you, you should speak out and tell the other people that maybe I need help handling this or handling this other thing. Don't try and make yourself be the carrier of everything. So another way that loss of a loved one can affect relationships is that it can breed resentment and guilt. How does it breed resentment and guilt? This will happen if you are not moving with the rest of the people in the, like, the grieving or the healing journey. You know, there are some people who are left behind, and if you get left behind, you'll be feeling so bad when you see other people have moved on. Like, I was in this group and people were talking, and this one person is talking about how, like, her mom died and now, like, her dad has already married another person, you know, and then they explain it and you feel like, oh, I'm really sorry that is happening. And you, like, in your head you think it's just a few months, like it's been a few months since the mom passed away. Well, then they are saying it's been 10 years. So as long as we say that this is a personal journey, you can go as slow as you want, as fast as you want. Don't be too much left behind, because, or don't be the one who is telling people what and what they are not supposed to do. Because if it's been 10 years and your dad just got married again, for me personally, I didn't see it as such a big deal, but for that person it was such a big deal, and they're like, how can they do this to our family? But then it's been so long and it's time to move forward. We're not saying like forget that person existed, but sometimes you need to move forward with your life. Otherwise you'll be stuck in that cycle of just wishing this person was here, wishing that things were different, wishing that you could go back to how things were. But the person is, let me tell you guys, if when someone is dead, they are gone, they're not coming back. Even if you give birth and you start saying you have birthed that person, they are not the same person as you knew them. They are just really gone. So try as much as possible to keep up with the pace of everyone else. And if you are left behind, don't start policing what other people are supposed to do. Otherwise, you'll just be resentful towards them. You will start feeling guilty or throwing guilt, telling people they should be guilty for doing things that they are supposed to do. So that is another way that it can affect the relationships between people.